President Trump won this election with a lot of support from working class voters in places like Bay City, Michigan. We met with a few of those voters before and during the president's address to Congress. None of you had ever voted for a Republican?
Correct. I used to not vote.
Never. My first time.
And your parents are Democrats, but you cast your first vote for a Republican?
Yep, and so did they.
You know, I'm a third-generation union member, and I've just always been a Democrat my whole life.
But last night, there was no looking back, as Jason, Dustin, and Brad cheered on President Trump in his first ever address to Congress.
Believe in yourselves. Believe in your future.
He has answers. We don't always like him. Sometimes he offends the crap out of people, but he has an answer.
He talks like a normal guy. I like him because he talks like me.
We will keep our promises to the American people.
Donald Trump spoke to a lot of people in Bay County last night.
And here, mass production too.
A place once booming with well-paying manufacturing jobs that's been hit by hard times and even slammed by its most famous export.
Well, I was born in Bay City.
Bay City?
Yeah.
Little town?
Mm-hmm.
Small town?
Little smelly town in northern Michigan.
But those who've stayed want something better for their hometown.
We used to have a lot of jobs here. We used to have a booming economy because of those jobs. I've watched in 29 years growing up in Bay City more places closed than open.
We have a GM plant here in Bay City that, I remember as a kid, it's still there. They do some things there, but the parking lot sure isn't packed anymore, and it's just kind of sad.
So did Donald Trump tap into a bit of that desire for a comeback?
Oh, Jesus, yes. I think that's where the majority of his votes came from.
I voted for Bernie in the primary, and Hillary never mentioned trade reform. I don't think ever. And Trump, he had the same views as Bernie on trade, the same views. So it was an easy switch for me.
And how do you think your local union voted? You think they voted more than half for Trump?
Oh, I bet you over half.
That may shock a lot of Democrats, but at least one saw this coming.
I was the Democratic nominee for Congress.
I need some help. Send this man to Congress, will you?
Jim Barshaw was elected to Congress the year that Bill Clinton ran for president.
President Clinton probably could have won a third term.
That's what I'm committed to, putting this country back to work with good jobs.
And obviously Hillary Clinton was very well qualified, but I think that people were looking for someone who was speaking from the heart.
We're going to bring back our jobs to the United States.
He pulled us out of TPP. He's talking about reworking NAFTA. Does he have a shot at really solidifying himself as a popular politician in the state of Michigan?
I don't underestimate Donald Trump.
I'm not sure I'll ever be a Democrat again after what I see is going on now.
Why?
It's almost embarrassing what's going on with the Democratic Party right now, all the protests and...
Do you support the temporary ban?
Oh, absolutely. And it's only 15% of the Muslim world population, so it's not a Muslim ban anyway, and it's only a temporary ban. And that's for the safety of America. That's for the safety of me and you and our families. Why wouldn't you want that?
Well, John McCain said that it's used as propaganda by ISIS.
What isn't ISIS going to use for propaganda? They're going to want to kill us anyway.
7 countries has ever carried out a terrorist attack.
Not yet. It's just a temporary ban. That's the president's job, to protect us from foreign enemies. And I see these polls where there's so many people say they disapprove of him. How can you disapprove of him if you voted for him? He's doing what he said he was going to do.
I am asking everyone watching tonight to seize this moment.
But even these guys say they weren't expecting the Donald Trump they saw last night.
It was part Bernie Sanders, part Trump.
The time has come for a new program of national rebuilding.
It almost sounded progressive-ish. I mean, he was really open, willing to work with both sides of the fence. Donald Trump really shocked a lot of people.
Especially the guy who voted for President Obama twice.
I loved Obama's speeches. I loved President Obama's speeches. He was a great speaker, and he always made you feel pretty good after he spoke. I feel great after hearing him speak. I really do. I feel almost better because he touched on the subjects that I really feel passionate about.
It's kind of fascinating. The things they absolutely find that resonate with them.
And it's all about this message that Donald Trump settled on in the final week. Everyone talked about the Comey letter and how it was Donald Trump finally settling on this direct message to the forgotten man and woman and picking up where Bill Clinton left off, talking about working class jobs.
The battle was won and lost right there. And for Democrats, a real warning when he said, I'm never going back to the Democratic Party. That's a shot across the bow for the party to consider.
Two-time Obama voter, someone who was had their faith put in the Obama White House, to now say, I can't imagine being a Democrat again, is stunning to hear.
All right. Nicole, thank you.
Hello, Today fans. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking that button down there and click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives.